episode 54, part 3 of Kenya's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. We'd like to remind you to jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan to support the Kenya Simbas as they're still looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in 2019 in Japan. I'm Denima Duffield.
And I'm Ngashi, official noisemaker.
So we start off with the regular weekly English Premier League wrap-up.
Yeah, so we had match day 23 this past weekend. We had Chelsea draw with Leicester City 0-0. We had Tottenham Hotspurs hammer Everton 4-0. Brilliant goal by Eriksen off a move from Son. We had a small team from London lose 2-1 to Bournemouth. Arsenal lost 2-1 to Bournemouth. And we had our feature game of the week, which was Liverpool versus Manchester City. Liverpool outclassing Manchester City, and beating them 4-3. I think it was a very good display by Liverpool in all facets of the game: defense, midfield, attack, holding the ball. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain had a very good game. He scored the first goal. Then Leroy Sané equalized. Then we had Firmino and Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane on the score sheet for Liverpool. So it was a good performance by Liverpool, and I had thought Manchester City were going to beat Liverpool. I mean, that's what I predicted last week.
I think that's what we were talking about last week. Yeah.
But Liverpool showing that they're chinks in Manchester City's armor. So we just wait and see how now it starts panning out this season. Sorry, for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Match day 24, Brighton versus Chelsea. We have Burnley versus Manchester United. We have Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace. We have Manchester City taking on Newcastle. We have Liverpool traveling to Cardiff to take on Swansea. And we had what's going to be our feature game of the week is Southampton versus Tottenham Hotspurs. I think Tottenham are too strong for Southampton, and I don't think Southampton are going to be able to register any challenge against Spurs, despite the fact that they're playing at home. Mm-hmm. So I think Spurs are going to be victorious on this specific.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Now, football transfer news.
Yep.
And I think one notable one is Alexis Sanchez moving from Arsenal.
Yeah, so I mean, the deal is not concluded yet.
Yeah.
Manchester, there were two teams that were gunning for Alexis Sanchez. There was Manchester City and there was Manchester United.
Yeah.
Manchester City have since pulled out from it, primarily because Sanchez's agent, a man by the name Fernando Felicevic, is demanding more money in terms of wages and extra fees, and Manchester City have said, look, we're not going to be entertaining that, and we are pulling out from the deal. And it said that Pep Guardiola is on board with that, because I think Alexis Sanchez was moving more because of Pep Guardiola, or Guardiola wanted him because they were together at Barcelona. Yeah. But Guardiola seems to have let that ship sail, because Sanchez is now entertaining Manchester United, and Pep feels that Sanchez was not really committed to playing for him. It was more of a better deal and the one that's going to get him more money. Yeah. So United said to be lining up a bid, and it's something we talked about last week, so it's looking serious. But we have until the end of January for the transfer window to be closed. Yeah. So we see if that's going to materialize.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Australian Open starts today.
Yeah.
Yes. And
i.e. 15th.
Yes, 15th of January 2018.
Yep.
Yes. What were the top seeds for you?
I mean, of course, Serena Williams. She's the person everyone is talking about. Yeah. Of course, guys, remember that she won the 2017 Australian Open 4 months pregnant. Yeah. She gave birth in September.
That is something else.
Yeah, that was something else, exactly. She gave birth in September, and she's just played one game in December, and she was able, can't remember who she matched up against, but she was able to push that person to a tie break. Yeah. She had an interview on Vogue a couple of weeks ago, and she said, and I quote, she said that she wants more Grand Slam titles, but she doesn't need them. She has 23 Grand Slams already, and I think she's going to be pursuing Margaret Court's record of 25 titles. So I think that's why she's going to be getting to this. So she's going to be the big name, of course, in Australia for the Wimbledon, for the Australia Open. The other big seeds, of course, we have Roger Federer for the men, you have Maria Sharapova for the women, you have Novak Djokovic, we have Juan Martín del Potro from Argentina. So it's going to be an interesting 2 or so weeks at the Rod Laver Arena and the Margaret Court Arena. It's going to be, for the tennis lovers, they're going to be having a blast. This is the first Open of the year. They're definitely going to be having a blast. Yeah.
Just after you've mentioned Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, that's all I can think of saying. Like, you won when you were pregnant. You are already back playing.
Yes.
And I mean, for her to be back playing means that she's on form.
Yep.
I mean, you don't just show up and say, hey guys, I want to play.
That's true. And like she was talking in that article, she was talking about some of the challenges she's gone through in motherhood. And but she was saying, a few months being a mother has been able to like calm her. And she's able to put things into focus. She's not really chasing the money. 23 Grand Slams.
Yeah.
She's not really chasing the money. So it's more about, I think, chasing, for me, what I think is she's chasing Margaret Court's record of 25 titles. And I would want her to get to that. Because she's been a stellar athlete for the last 10, 15 years.
I think we all want that.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want that?
Everyone wants that.
I think you're just hating if you don't want that.
That's true. That's very true.
All right.
Yeah.
So we move on to our bonus topic.
Yep.
And the question is, what is your single most memorable performance? We'll start off with the first half of it by a Kenyan either athlete or team.
Yeah.
Now, before you say yours, mine would be Mary Moraa.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes. We'd forgotten about her. Mary Moraa in the World Under 18 IAAF Athletics Championships.
Yeah.
And this was in the 4x400 meter mixed relay.
Yes.
And she was running the last leg.
Yeah.
I think this was the first heat.
Yeah.
And I remember she started off really well because Kenya were in the lead. But then she had two guys chasing her down. There was a Jamaican and a Brazilian.
Yeah.
And very powerful runners.
Yeah.
And I think it was down to the last 100 meters, and I don't know what happened with her. The determination was just something else. And Kenya went on to win that race.
Yeah.
So yes, for me, individual, Mary Moraa.
Mary Moraa. And by the way, we must add in the 400 meters finals that we watched, by the way, it was a similar performance. She didn't start off too well off the blocks, but she was very quick to finish.
I think she was a silver medalist.
Yes, she was a silver medalist. A couple of notable ones. The 1-2-3 finish steeplechase at the 2004 Olympics in Athens. That was a very good. Ezekiel Kimboy, Paul Koech, can't remember the third person. Then you had Samuel Wanjiru winning the marathon with an Olympic record in 2008. We had one, and this one I was there. It was a 83rd minute thunderous goal by Dennis Oliech in 2003 at Kasarani versus Cape Verde that earned us qualification for the African Cup of Nations in 2004. But for me, I'll be honest, the single most memorable moment locally has to be a game I watched live, and because it had everything. This had to be the Kenya Cup finals in 2010. Kenya Harlequins versus KCB. I remember the tears, the emotions. This was a game that KCB came out very strong. It had everything, it had drama, 21-3 at halftime to KCB.
Wow.
We all knew it was a done deal.
Yeah.
And we were planning how we were going to drink our sorrows. And what we saw in the second half is still etched in my memory. Queens came back led by Victor Sudi, and they ended up winning the game 26-21, and therefore winning the Kenya Cup, 2010 Kenya Cup. The funny thing was, I remember watching the Queens Generals and how high they were. Because of the emotions. You're trying to calm yourself down. It was a very, and especially because it was live. You're watching it live. That was a very, that's what's is etched in my head, in my memory.
I think that's definitely a good one. If I'd watched that one, I think I would retire if I played. Like, after that, I'm good.
You say that. Jude Tumbi, Favel Tumbi, his brother, they retired after that game.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, they went out after that.
Finish on a high.
Finish on a high, man. So it was definitely one to remember.
All right.
Yeah.
So second part of the bonus question is your single most memorable performance by an athlete or a team, but worldwide.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd go with Usain Bolt.
Yep.
I mean, as a former sprinter.
Yep.
Yes, I would go with him in his performance in the 200-meter race. Where he basically obliterated his own record. And it's like other guys weren't in that race with him. And I remember, I think he clocked 19.30. Which is, as in, it was, let's just say, the margin between him and the next person or the other people was the largest margin ever in that event. And that was in the 2009 World Championship.
World Championship. Actually, just a slight correction. He had broken the record in China, the Beijing Olympics, which was 19.30.
Yeah.
This race, he
was
shaved
19.9?
19.19.
Yes.
He shaved off about 10 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a very good. That's actually one of the ones I listed. That was actually one of the ones that I remember. There's Arsenal versus Liverpool in the 2003-2004 season. Arsenal were trailing, I think, 2-1, and a masterclass performance by Thierry Henry brought them back to win 4-2. I think about Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals between Miami Heat and San Antonio Spurs. Funny story, by the way. I was watching this game, and then the lights went, and San Antonio Spurs were leading. And I remember tweeting, congratulations, San Antonio Spurs.
When the lights come back?
The lights didn't come back. I showered, I left, and I went. And a friend of mine called me, is like, have you just seen what the Heat have done? What have they done? Ray Allen has hit a clutch shot, and they went on to win that game. So I remember the emotions it elicited. That was a very good game for me. I think about, as you've said, Usain Bolt's performance in 2009. I think about the 2006 quarterfinals, FIFA World Cup, France versus Brazil. What a performance by Zinedine Zidane in one of his last games, his third last game. But for me, my most memorable performance has to be in the 2008 Beijing Olympics, 4x100 meters freestyle relay. This thing had everything to do with it. Michael Phelps was chasing 8 gold medals, so this was going to be his second race. And the weight had been broken down. The French had a very strong team. In them, they had an anchor called Alain Bernard. And Alain Bernard was the world record holder. And he had been asked, what about the Americans? And he said, the Americans, we are going to smash them. That's what we came here to do.
Okay.
So going into the last leg, Alain Bernard had almost half a body length over the anchor, the American anchor. It's called Jason Lezak. And I have never seen a split swam that fast. 46 seconds for 100 meters is very fast. And he was able to, Jason Lezak pipped Alain Bernard to the finish line, and the US won the gold, shaved off about 4 or 5 seconds off the existing world record. And it was, I remember the emotions. I was sitting down, I was somewhere on transit, and I was watching it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what have these guys just done? I know how hard it is to catch up somebody who's half a body length ahead of me.
Yes.
So I can imagine what reserves Jason Lezak had to dig into to be able to achieve that. So for me, when I think about the most memorable sports moment that I've watched, there are a couple of them, but Jason Lezak's performance in the 4x100 meters in Beijing stands out. Yeah.
Well, I'd really like to know what people think is their most memorable moment, whether locally or internationally.
That's true.
I'm sure there are a few who will agree with yours and mine.
Yeah.
But I would like to know what they think. So guys, remember, you can do this by liking our page on Facebook, following us on Instagram, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Denima Duffield.
And I'm Ngashi, official noisemaker.
See you next week for part... No. No, I'm so sorry.
For episode 55.